So can a desktop model CNC really serve a purpose in your wood shop or in your makerspace? That's what we're going to try to find out today. Hi, my name's Damien and this is Southpaw Designs, and today we're going to take a look at this Lunyee 4040 Pro desktop model CNC. Now, before we go any further, Lunyee did send it to me for free, although I'm not being paid in any way, shape, or form for any kind of positive review. I refuse to give positive reviews just because a company sends me something. I'm going to tell you what I like, what I don't like, and what I found through my experience. So to begin with, this is the Lunyee 4040 Pro. Now, price-wise, this is listed at $650, but I'll put that link down in the description if you'd like to check that out. Next, let's talk about unpacking and assembling this thing. Unpacking it was incredibly easy. Everything was nice and organized. It was well packed, and I have zero problem with the way things were put together in there. So far as assembly is concerned, it took me less than an hour to assemble it, which that's always nice. And I took my time assembling it. So to have the entire thing up and going in less than an hour, I was pretty happy with that. When it comes to controlling it, they do give you Candle software. And so this does need to be plugged into a computer. Now I've got it in my shop right now and I don't have a computer in here. So when we actually do the test, we're going to take it and plug it into my actual computer and test it out with the Candle software. All right, so now let's talk about the specs. First of all, it has a 400 by 400 working cuttable space, which is just under 16 inches, 15.74 inches, I believe. That's pretty standard with these desktop models. It does have a 90 millimeter or 3.5 inch Z-axis. So that's kind of nice. You can work with thicker materials here. One thing that I do really like about it is that it does have XYZ limit switches. Now, limit switches, if you're not familiar, if you get to the top or bottom of the Z, X, or Y, it will automatically stop on you and that motor won't keep grinding, trying to go further. It senses when it's to the edge of its boundaries. So that's kind of nice. It helps to protect the motor a little bit. Another feature that I really do like is the front and back does have these removable baffles. They're just held on with magnets and they pop on very easily and they hold on really well. They're fairly strong magnets. The nice thing about that is you can actually take these baffles off the front and the back. So if you're working with material that's longer than 16 inches, you can actually feed it in this way. And so you can work with longer material. Along with that, this control box does swing out of the way, so you can fit that all the way in. Now, it does advertise that it is ball screw driven, and the Z-axis is ball screw driven, but by all appearance, this was already assembled when I got it, but the X and the Y are simply belt driven. Now, that's not necessarily a knock against this particular model because most of the small desktop models that I have seen are belt driven. It's not incredibly common to find an X and Y ball screw driven CNC for these smaller ones, although I'm sure they do exist. Now let's talk a little bit about the motors. These motors do have a hand crank on them, so that's kind of nice because you can kind of micro adjust them if you needed to. So that's a nice little feature to have right there, and that they are on the X, Y, and Z. And they work really well. So that's kind of nice. So far as the spindle is concerned, it does come with a 100-watt spindle, though it's upgradable to a 500-watt spindle. And it does come with a different size clamp for that. And then also, I've not tried it, but the website does say that it's compatible with palm routers as well. So you can use a small Makita palm router. But again, if that's something that you're interested in, check that out on the website because I've not tried that. And then finally, you can remove the spindle altogether and you can get a laser module that will attach right to it. So one of the cool things about these is that it is both a CNC and it is laser compatible as well. Now, once you have it assembled, you do have to connect it to your computer in order to work. And it did come with Candle software, which the Candle software is really just Gerbil control. It's not design software. So you will need some type of design software to be able to use this. I typically use Vectrix VCarve Pro, but I tried using Easel with this. And one of the things that I like is that you can control it from Easel instead of using the Candle software if you so prefer. Now, looking on Amazon, I did see a couple of reviews that said that the software was not compatible and they were 1-star reviews. I had zero problem. I was able to install it just fine. I was able to get it working just fine. I had to go out and find the right post processor, but once I did that, everything was fine. So, as I'll say with any CNC, there is a learning curve in understanding what software to use, what drivers to install, and how to actually get it running properly for this particular model. All right, now it does have a 3.6 out of 5-star review on Amazon. That's a little bit low for what I would like to see. Um, my experience with it has been really good, but I've only used it for testing and running a couple of small projects, and I've run into no major problems. A couple of the reviews that I saw mentioned software that wouldn't work, and that could be a problem with the CNC, or it could be a problem with the computer, or it could be user error. When it comes to software, that kind of thing happens. All right, so now that we've talked about it, let's actually get it running and see how it performs. Now, this is a desktop CNC model, so it has a footprint of about 28 by 28 inches. So it will literally fit on your desktop. So let's get some wood down there and add our baffle. Now let's use the Z probe, which is provided. Now it doesn't have an XYZ probe, it does just have a Z probe, but the Z probe works just fine. And now that we've probed our Z and set our X and Y, let's give it a test. Now, I'm being pretty conservative with this pocket right here, but I want to test it and see how it actually does with a pocket and not just with engraving. I am using a 1/4 inch collet, so it does come with both an 1/8 inch and a 1/4 inch collet. And I'm going kind of slow. This is sped up to about 300%, but I'm going pretty slow with it. It also comes with those handy clamps right there. And now let's give it a shot with engraving and see how it actually goes. Yeah, looks pretty good. So it works both as a cutter and as an engraver. All right, so now let's talk about the takeaways now that we've actually done our test right there. First off, do I like it? Yeah. Does it have a place in a woodworker or a maker's shop? I would say yes. Now, if you're planning on batching out larger projects, like many of the ones that you've seen on this channel, like coasters, signs, clocks, that kind of thing, you may be in trouble. This could probably handle a clock really well because a clock would probably be small enough to fit inside of here. And the main thing that you would be doing would be engraving the numbers in there. So I think it would be good for something like that. But in terms of larger projects and really doing heavy duty cutting, I don't think you're going to get that out of this particular model. I really don't feel that's what it's designed for. I feel that it's more designed to be an engraving machine. And in that respect, I think it does a great job. So if you got something useful out of this, as always, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, maybe leave a like and a comment. And since you're still here, make sure to check out this review right here, which is also a review of a different desktop CNC, the Genmitsu 4040, which is similar to this one.